good hello YouTubers, hope you enjoyed the show today. Today's the new Myutant invoke deck profile for November the 5th, 2020. Yep, so Mutants. We got the big guys, we got the big ones, and we got the small ones. Okay, we got Mutant two Mutant Arsenal. So the Mutant big monsters, the level 8, say I can't be special summoned by except by a Mutant a card effect. Quite simple. Okay, you have to special summon by a Mutant card effect. Quite simple. And when this card's been summoned, it can't be tied for traps, so no impermanence for you. Okay. Quick effect. You can banish one card in your hand or on the field to target one opponent's card and vanish it. Okay, and then when this card is destroyed, you can add new to spell and trap to that for you to go to your hand from the vanish parts back to your hand. Okay, so that's what this card can do. So the Nugents, they all have the same thing. They cannot be special summoned by. So it took a card. This one's a 2R because you don't want too many level 8s. The problem is with the Nugents is if you have too many 8s, this deck bricks, and it bricks quite hard. So it's a good deck, but it bricks hard. It's one of the things. It's a new archetype from Phantom Raid, so you can get most of this from Phantom Raid. All this archetype, there's 14 cards for this deck, so it's a lot. You can pretty much do your whole entire deck with it. And then you got one Mutant Beast. So same variant, so I don't need to read the first effect, but this time it's unaffected by monster effects. Okay? And then this one can negate spells instead. This one can negate spells and get back a trap. So this one's the best one at the moment. You can negate a spell. It's pretty good advantage. It's like a Macabre, but a weaker version also, which is good, which is cool for the deck, which is good. Yep. Which is good for. This is the best one, I'll say. This one's a one because it's not the strongest one. Plus, it's the one you always want in your deck most of the time, which is good, which is cool, which is good about this deck. Yep, then we've got Mutant Miss. This one is obviously monster effects, it's spell effects, okay? But this one wants a trap habit, it can let you draw 2 cards, which is okay. And then you can add Mutant Monster. This one's the worst one. This is the one you don't want to summon most of the time, but if you have to, you're going to have to summon it sometimes, but it's alright if you have to. It's pretty good if you have to, but it's alright if you have to, but it doesn't happen very often. Hopefully just be in your hand, so hopefully you can balance this one, which is cool. Next is Invoker. Yep, this one gets all your fusion starting, gets your education, and gets your other fusion. You don't play too many fusions in this. You play quite a lot of fusions. You half your extra fusion, but the idea of this is just because the problem is when you use at the moment is that they don't have enough swarming in, and they don't have a way to get negation quick enough, or they don't have enough way to get be aggressive quick enough. That's what this costs for the most of the time. Which is good, it just gets you an invocation, gets your fusion going and stuff like that, which is good for this deck, and it's easy to get back, it's easy to also, and you've got loads of cards to search it, and you really play turn form, which is good. So then we've got the new Mutant M-05. So, when this Mutant monster's been normal summon or special summon, you can have one Mutant monster from your deck to your hand. Quite simple. Yep, quite simple. But then Mutants level 4 all have this. I can balance this card and a card face up all in your hand, right? To summon one Mutant monster from my deck. Okay, of the level of the monsters. Okay, if I banish a monster first up, I get summon Mutant Beast. If I banish a spell, I get summon Mutant Miss. If I banish a trap, I get summon Arsenal. Pretty simple to display. The other one does the same thing, but with a spell. Gets spells. So these two together do exactly the same thing, but they get spells, which is a good. This one gets spells instead. Mutant T46 gets spells instead, and spells and traps. Yeah, which is mainly on this deck is relying on the traps to win your games, or relying on the karmas and stuff like that. So they do the same thing. The stats are swap around. Look, this got 0 attack, this got 5 in defense, which is cool, which is good. This got 3,000, this got 27, and this got 24. Yeah. So that's the difference. Yeah, we'll cover both of them, and the spells and traps, which is good. Yep. Next is Ash Boss tries to stop everything and to keep your opponents in control, and it's good to target if you have to be a fire monster if you want OTK, but it's good overall. The OTK attempt is definitely there with this deck, which is good. This will definitely help you go second, go first with this, and make the OTK always successful. And Cypher Gamma with Driver, just to stop monster effects, just to keep you going and stuff like that, because this deck falls to hand traps quite easily most of the time, but once this deck gets going, it really gets going. This just helps you facilitate the combo even more successfully, which is good. Yeah, which is cool. Yeah, this is the spells now. So Magical Meltdown. Yep. At 3, this is the best field spell for the deck. It can literally search absolutely everything for this deck. So it can search all the invoke stuff, which can search the Allison for you to start your combo and start your play for this, which is good. And then you don't have to worry about your spells and traps being your fusion spells being negated, which is good. Play 2 invocation because 2 is good, and you can always play a back deck, which is good, which is cool. Yep. Now we play 3 Myutant Evolution Lab. Wow, what this card does is basically, when this card's activated, you can special summon 1 mutant level 4 or lower from your hand in special summon. Okay? They gain 100 for every mutant is been balanced with different names. Okay? And in your main phase, you can put back the mutant monster from the deck to the bottom deck, draw 1 card. Okay, so it's special summons 1 card from your hand, and then gets you a rota, which is pretty good, and gets you a draw, which is pretty good. You need 3 of it because Newton's fine hard to swarm on the moment, but this is pretty good. This is not always a +1, but it's good. It gets you going, which is a good thing, which is cool. And sometimes you need this to be your special summon, not your normal summon, which is good. Then we play 1 Mutant Fusion. Myutant Fusion does basically, it sounds from the Edge deck, which is pretty cool. It's like kind of like a Sedol Fusion in a way. If opponent activates a monster card effects on the hand or field, you can fusion summon a tail from your deck. 1 fusion a tail. Okay, so you do want to do that sometimes, but most of the time this card is going to be used in your hand just to get the extra negation or the extra disruption on the opponent's turn, which is cool, which is good. This card's a nice wall-off, again, because you can always search it, which is good, which is cool, which is good. 3 tactical talents, just to be your extra draw power, just to take your monster, and if you want to show the opponent's card, it's good. I like to take the opponent's card and draw 2 cards, which is good, which is cool. Terraform, just to get to the field spell, because there are 6 field spells in this, so you're going to always have the resources to get there, which is good, which is cool. Merge the airport because we're playing 2 level 3 psychic. Yeah, because these 2 are psychic. The main monsters are psychic, and the others are machines, beast warrior, and spellcaster. Yeah, so you always will get to your level 3s as quick as you can. You want to, that's why I play merge the airport. Hearts, which is good, which is cool. That's spells now. Now traps. So 3 in hand because you need the hand traps as much as you can. We played 3, 5, 8. We're playing 8 hand traps, which is pretty good, which I would do in this deck most time. And Imperv just helps you out that city, and sometimes you can set it and stuff like that, which is good, which is cool, which helps you out for the next turn. Yep. Next is 2 Newton Cry. This is another fusion spell for Newton. Basically, this lets you a fusion summon on opponent's turn, which is pretty good. You want to have this set up so you can have Newton's Omen or Newton Final Omen, stuff like that. This is pretty good because it just gets you balance power back in the deck, which is good, which is cool. It's a good card to play at too, which is good. Then we got Newton Explosion. Okay, basically this card can add 1 Newton level or lower from your deck. So take it from the deck. You can add it to your hand or special summon it. Okay, I special summon it, right? And if it's level 8 or higher, you can't be destroyed by cover. That bit doesn't come up, but the special summon from the deck is pretty key because it just gets you set up for the next turn and for the next couple of turns to get your plays going, and this sets you up, which is good. This trap sets you up for the next turn, stuff like that. So this is pretty much like shuffling and stuff like that. Next is Myutant Crash. Myutant Crash. When this card's been activated, you can, if you type one monster effect and bounce one mutant in your graveyard, you can negate one monster effect. If it's level 8 or higher, destroyed by bats, and it's destroyed by opponent's monster by battle, you draw one card. That doesn't come up, but the negate effect is pretty good, which is good for this card, which is pretty handy, which stops your opponent's play, which is pretty good and pretty handy for that sort of thing, which is good. It's a pretty good card, yeah. You only play one because you only need one. Next is, so let's get to the extra. So we got Myutant Synchronization. Okay, so this Myutant fusion takes two Myutant different attributes. Okay, you can type one card on opponent on your field, basically, and destroy it. Okay, quick effect. You can make your monster unaffected by any card then used at the same time. So monster spell and traps, basically. Yep. And when this card's destroyed, when this card's removed from field, you basically get a neutral card from your deck, from your hand to the back to your hand, which is good, which is cool, which is good. You can even back that itself, but it's pretty good. It's good. It does what it needs to do. It makes it unself on the fed to get real monster, which is good. This one's better going first, can go second or first either way. If you can get it up, which is pretty good. Next is Myutant of Okay, this is basically negation for mutants, so you can banish one to negate spells and traps, which is good. And then when it's called destroy battle, you can add up to three mutants spell and traps come from your hand, which is good. It can cover out your whole hand, but that effect hasn't come up yet. But the effect of the first effect is pretty good, which is good. You play two of this and you play two of that one, and they're both psychic, which is good. Next is Invoke Alicacana. Basically, this is just another popper. This is just another fusion you can make to make more type, which is good, which is cool, which is good. Yep. Then we got Myutant Macabre, just to be the negation, just to have that extra negation, just to have that extra to go first with all that stuff, which is good. And it's very easy to make because there's loads of different attributes for this, which is good. Then we play Myutant Duplicate Impulses. Yep, this is just another OTK machine. Just get introduce Stamper, which is good. This can kill all opponent monsters. This time, this one's just the OTK, which is good, which is cool. Then we've got Salmon Great Mirage, just to be another Link monster, just to be a tier for the next Link Father and stuff like that, which is good, which is cool. For Secure Gardener, just to be a light target most of the time, and sometimes if you have on the field no damage, which is fine, but most of the time this is just for fusion tier, which is good. And Purple on a Cobra, because you can send this card to the grave if you want to, which is good, which is cool, which is good. But you just use it sometimes just Link Father just for other cards, which is good. Yeah, a Masquerade just to make an opponent's turn, just to get going. And sometimes just make this, but you use it just for Link Father, or you just use it for the opponent's turn, which is good. Battler Soldier, Soldier of Chaos, yep, just to be because you can do level 7. Level 7 is quite easy in this deck, which is good. And then you can just banish one card, or gain 1500. Attack thing doesn't come up, but banishing one card or gain 1500 is pretty good with unaffected by not destroyed by opponent's card, which is pretty good. Yep. Absolute, sir. You don't make this card very often, but when you can, it's very good. It's just a good OTK, which is just a good negation, which is good, but not very often you get to summon this card, which is fair enough, which most of the time you don't, but most of the time it's fine. You don't need this card, but it's just good to have it in the extra just in case you are needed to do it. Yeah, and then access card token just to do OTK damage, just to destroy opponent's monsters in the field, just destroy any cards, and it just gets your OTKs always there, which is good, which is a good thing, which is cool. And that is the new Mutants Myutant Invoke deck with fire for the 5th of November 2020. I hope you enjoy it and subscribe to watch all. Share and then like and subscribe. We're back on lockdown again for a month, so hopefully we'll be out of this by the 2nd of December, but we never know with these things. Okay, keep safe, wash your hands, and keep alert and stay at home, please. Okay, and watch all my videos if you can, please. There's a stream of them now but hopefully you'll be able to stream them soon, so you'll be able to watch some more. I hope you enjoyed what I'm about to show today, and subscribe and watch on. See you all next time. Goodbye, and share on Facebook and stuff like that. Okay.